to Mr. Alex Contreras. This evening we are welcoming
Hello everybody, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here. I'm not here just to talk about the macroeconomic outlook. I'm here also to encourage you to consider to invest in Peru. When I came here I was very optimistic, but now after hearing Mr. Julio Velarde that he's also optimistic, I'm more than happy. Let me prepare this presentation. So something that is important, it's important to emphasize is, despite all the different shocks that Peru faced in the last 5 months, the main pillars of Peru remain solid. Peru is still the country with the lowest debt ratio in the region. It has a strong macroeconomic numbers, and also it's a very open economy and with a very favorable environment for the private investment. These pillars remain strong, remain intact. We face different kind of shocks, and what these shocks prove to us is that Peruvian economy, as Julio and as Melvin said before, it's a resilient economy. And the numbers showed out, no? Peru is one of the countries with the fastest growth in the region, and it was a very persistent period of continuous economic growth. And all the main numbers show that we have, I would say that we have the most solid economy in the region, with the lowest fiscal deficit, lower debt, high international level of international reserve, and also a long story of a low inflation rate. And we have also the best central banker of the world. It's something that is important. And these macroeconomic strengths were the main reason why the rating agencies might keep the credit rating of Peru, despite all these kind of shocks. For this year, we're expecting a recovery, at least a short-term recovery in 2023. But in 2024, we're expecting a moderation in the economic growth. It's going to be a little bit challenging, but I think Peruvian is a resilient economy. If we compare with our peers in the region, Peru is showing a stable scenario, and if you check this ranking that Bloomberg made, Peru is one of the most stable countries in the region, and these strengths are reflecting in the stability of our currency. And as Julio Velarde said, we are also expecting moderation in the inflation in the next months, and we're expecting that this will reach the central bank target at the end of this year, or maybe in the first quarter of the year. We have a very similar projections. We already published our projections on April, and we are expecting to update it on August of this year. And the reasons are what Julio said, that there is a moderation in the food price, also that these logistic restrictions are moderating. And the main factor is, despite the social unrest that we face, despite the social conflicts, despite Cyclone Yaku, the Niño phenomenon, Peruvian economy is recovering. It's recovering at a good pace. We're expecting that in the next months the Peruvian economy will continue in this process. We face 3 strong shocks in just in less than 5 months. Despite that, Peruvian economy, as you can see, is recovering, and what the leading indicators show is that this trend will continue in the next months. This is something important. That's why we're very confident that we will close this year in a number very close to our forecast of GDP. One factor that was very key for this fast recovery of Peruvian numbers was the Plan Compulsion Peru. We launched this plan with the goal to first reactivate the economy of the families. Inflation rate affected severely the budget of many families in Peru. And also we wanted to reinforce and reactivate the regional and some sectors that were severely affected also due to these social conflicts and due to these natural disasters. And our main goal or our main tasks were double. First, we wanted to improve the environment to accelerate and to recover the private investment. We, for example, improve the framework of Peru. We try, for example, to eliminate and reduce the red tape for the mining sector, and we're in the process to continue with that purpose. Also, we propose many new regulations with the idea to increase the participation of the private sector in our economy, and we are advancing in different paths with the idea to boost the mining sector investment, with the idea to boost the infrastructure investment, and we're seeing very positive results. The second goal, you know that this year many important projects finished the construction. Our second pillar in this plan, Compulsion Peru, was trying to accelerate the execution of the public investment. We also improve the route for the execution of this project. We work hard increasing capacities at the subnational level, because in Peru there are some heterogeneity in the level or in the capacity of the regional governors. And these measures that we took when we just started there are showing positive results. Public investment is growing at a good pace. You can see it's a record if you compare the level and also the accumulated growth till May. Our idea is to continue working in this consolidation of the public investment in this route to reduce the social gaps that in Peru are very high. The gap in infrastructure, as Melvin said at the start, is more than 100 billion of dollars, and our idea is try to reduce this. Not just with the participation of the public sector, because you know that always the public sector face this budget constraint. But that's why we're here, that's why this businessmen are here. We want to invite all the investors of the world to come to Peru, because we believe that Peru is back in business, and Peru is a fantastic opportunity to invest in these days. And despite that, we are expecting a moderation in the growth of the private investment. The good recovery of the public investment is going to allow to keep growing the total investment. At least for this year, is going to compensate. But we're expecting for the next quarter, especially the third and the fourth quarter, the private investment will jump for these months. We're working hard with that purpose. And the good signal is that even when we didn't reach yet the levels of confidence at the pre-pandemic level, there was a jump in the confidence of investment and in the confidence of hiring too. And this is our idea, to be close, to be in touch with all the investors, to share the vision of this new government. We want to get more strategic partners in this fantastic route to generate growth and prosperity in Peru. So our idea is to continue improving the conditions for the investment in Peru, and I think that currently windows opportunity open, and it's up to you if you want to get positive results. And Fitch rating stay the same. Peru is a resilient economy. Despite all the different shocks, has recovered fast. And recently, as Julio Vergara said, IMF ratified this facility credit line. So, if I want to summarize, we face different shocks. We face strong shocks, but now we're in the strong recovery process. An idea of the political economy is to continue reinforcing that and consolidating that process. Despite the shocks of this year and the last years, if you review the last year, we had COVID-19, political crisis, we have the social unrest, we have a coup, we have natural disasters, and but despite of that, Peru will continue outperforming the most part of peers in the region. And our idea is try to increase and try to boost the potential growth of Peruvian economy. We're working hard with that purpose, and for the next year, this recovery of the Peruvian economy will be mainly driven by the recovery of exports and the recovery of the tourist-related sectors. You can see the tourism that was severely affected with the pandemic, and also that this social unrest is recovering very fast. And we expect that this will continue. Also, we're here because we want to attract more investors that can continue investing in exports. That's why I am very happy to share with Alex these 50 years. The role of Alex was crucial in this positive dynamic of the agro-export and the export in general of Peru. And also we are expecting the consolidation of the mining sector for the next month. It's a sector with huge potential. It's a sector where Peru has a high competitiveness, and we have a very interesting portfolio of projects in different sectors: transportation, sanitation, telecommunications, the same mining sector. And our idea in this in the budget law of this year is try to create this articulation between the public and the private investment, because I think we can generate spillovers with each other, no? And but despite this moderation in the private investment that we were expecting for this year, there are some items of the private investment that are recovering very fast. For example, you can see that the transport investment is growing at a good pace. It's growing almost 13%. If you see, for example, the mining investment in exploration is also recovering very fast. And our idea is that try to maintain the trend and try to keep reducing the red tape, optimizing the mining sector with the goal that more projects can enter to the production phase. And just to I don't know, it's
one back here.
next, please. And we have, as I mentioned before, we have this interesting portfolio of projects. For example, if you check the main infrastructure projects, many of these projects are ongoing projects. Our idea for this year is to accelerate the execution of projects of the National Plan of Infrastructure. Also, we have very important mining projects that are under construction or will enter or will be under construction in the next year. And the good news is that in the last months, many companies ratified its compromise of investment in Peru, more than 9 billion of confirmation of investment in this sector. So that's why we are very optimistic with respect to the economic growth of Peru. The possibilities are high. There are the possibility to continue improving the environment for the mining sector, and also we are working hard in the consolidation of new engines for the economic growth. We are very competitive in our export. We are very competitive in mining sector, but also we could be a competitive country in forests, in agriculture, in tourism, in gastronomy. Peru has the best food of the world, and we have also potential in the navy industry, and we have enormous possibilities. This sector, the export didn't exist 20 years ago. Now we are top leader in the production of superfoods and other agro-export. Also, we have the opportunity, this is the idea for this year, try to reinforce and to create this mining hub in the south. We want to invest through public investment, through workforce taxes, with different schemes with the idea to develop this mining hub in the south of Peru. You know that we face many social conflicts, but the main reason behind that is that there are a lot of social gaps. So what we want to do is with the new governors to create infrastructure that can close these social gaps in the short term. So the potential for this hub or this mining hub in the south is very high. Also, we have the possibility in the next years to convert in the portuarian hub of the region. We will have the highest port in Latin America. This also opens a big chance to be or to continue improving our production capacity and also to increase the export. So if you think about Peru for the next year, as Julio said, the copper price will be high. There are huge opportunities in the mining sector. You have the possibility of this mining hub in the south. Peru will be the mining hub, mining portuarian, the portuarian hub in the Pacific, and that's why we're here, because we want to create better conditions for the private investment, and these are very good opportunities. With the goal to continue reactivating our economy, with the goal to reduce the social gap, because the poverty rate increased in the last year due to high inflation and due to this political noise. 3 days ago we launched the plan on Pulche Peru, the second part. This is also focused in the same pillars. We are trying to reactivate the family economy. We are trying to reactivate the regionals that were affected with social unrest and with natural disaster. But also we want to promote the development of the small and medium enterprise. And that's why we're trying to impulse, at least in this plan will be executed in the second semester of this year. Don't worry, there will be not inflation pressures with this plan. Actually, as you saw in the numbers that Mr. Julio Velarde showed, there are some pressures that our fiscal deficit will be lower than we expected in this year. This is something important that I want to emphasize. We have a full commitment with macroeconomic stability, and one of the main factors was the fiscal discipline. That's why we're very optimistic that we will reach our goals for this year. And as you saw in this slide, Peru will keep like a solid economy with the lowest debt ratio in the region. And our idea is that try to maintain the macroeconomic stability, try to keep the fiscal account solid, but also promoting the economic growth. And the main engine for the economic growth for us is the private investment. Just to finish, we want to recover the ambitions to be a developed country. We are in the trap of the middle income. We're actually inside the middle income trap, and to surpass this level that separate the high income of middle income, we need to boost, or we need to create conditions for a boost for the private investment. So please have full confidence in Peru. Conditions are very good, and I invite you to invest in Peru. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Contreras.
Okay, sí.
Thank you very much, Mr. Contreras. Our next speaker is